I feel like I'm probably gonna get fired by this client though. This is like ridiculous. I'm like, if I don't go do this, I won't go do it. So I just need to go do it now. Friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sophie and I am a full-time graphic designer and illustrator, and today I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes of a day in my life. Last week was the week of Thanksgiving. We got to host some of our family in town. Everybody's gone home now. It is now Monday and it's time for like a full week of work after a holiday week. So I'm like trying to prepare myself to do like a full Monday through Friday work week. Today I have a lot on my to-do list. Naturally, like after a holiday, there's just a ton of stuff on the to-do list and lots of things to catch up on. I just dropped Dolly off to get groomed. So she is gonna be gone for the day, which is kind of nice because then that means I can just go, like I'm just gonna go to a coffee shop and I don't have to worry about, you know, like how long is she gonna be home for by herself, because I don't like to leave her at home for more than like 4 to 5 hours. So I'm excited to go to a coffee shop today. I've got a meeting with my assistant this morning. I've got a bunch of little things I need to check off on my to-do list for the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into that. Believe it or not, one of the things that's actually on my to-do list today is to set up my Christmas tree. I've had Christmas decor in like every room in my house up since the beginning of November practically, but I just hadn't done it yet in my office, and it is time to get holly jolly in here. So I'm gonna put up my Christmas tree. This really fun tradition with us after Thanksgiving where you have a piece of pumpkin pie for breakfast. I did not yet get to have my piece of pumpkin pie for breakfast after Thanksgiving, so I'm doing that today. To be honest, this pumpkin pie is like not that good. My mom's is like way better, but it's good enough. So having that for breakfast, going to catch up on some emails. I've got a bunch of like little tasks that I need to check off the list that I just want to go through and like knock them all out all at once so that I can clean up my to-do list a little bit, because right now it's looking super crazy. I also opened up my desktop for like the first time in a while in several days, and this was the first thing that popped up, which makes me so happy. This is just a little preview of some branding that I've done, and I'm so obsessed with how it turned out. So now that I've finished decorating my tree, if you look closely, I am actually working on some content marketing for my own business. I spend so much time during the day working on projects for my clients that sometimes I can forget how important marketing is for my own business. So I've been trying to spend more time on this. So right now I'm just working on some emails, working on making sure that my blog posts are ready to go. This one about raising your rates is live on my blog now, so I'll make sure to link this in the description box below in case you are interested in checking it out. But yeah, this is just a little sneak peek behind the scenes of some of my marketing. I'm so excited. This is so rare that this happens, but it is literally not even 12 o'clock yet, and I have finished like all of my to-dos that were for my clients. And I've got a lot of stuff for my own personal marketing that I really want to focus on. And now I have like the rest of the day to do that. So I actually am going to take a break really quick though. I just finished a meeting with my assistant Abby. We had like a pretty quick short meeting. Pretty much all of my clients are out of hours for the month. Like all my retainer clients, they've already used up their hours for the month. So what I'm hoping is that the rest of this week can be pretty chill and I can focus on some of my own personal marketing initiatives. I'm gonna take a break though really quick so I can eat some lunch, and then after that I think I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and work there until it's time for me to pick up Dolly from her grooming appointment. To be honest, what I really wanted to do today is I wanted to go see a movie like by myself, but I feel like I probably shouldn't do that because I do have other stuff that I'd really like to get done. So I feel like I should probably wait for a weekend to go see a movie. But going to see a movie is just like one of my favorite things to do, and I just think it'd be so fun to just like go see one in the middle of the day just because I can. So I don't know, maybe if I get a decent amount of things done, then maybe I will. I don't know, I probably won't. Who am I kidding? But like, a girl can dream. This is like ridiculous, but I'm gonna go see a movie! I'm gonna go see a movie. I'm so excited. I just decided I'm gonna do it because like the only thing I have left on my to-do list for today is to do stuff for my own marketing, and it can wait. There's a new movie that's out about Priscilla Presley that I want to go see, and I just want to go see a movie by myself. And it's not that I like don't want to work, but it's just that like I need to feel like I can do stuff like this, because when I feel like I can't, or like when I feel, I don't even know what I'm doing right now, I'm like trying to find my stuff, but when I feel like I can't just like go do the things that I want to go do, or like I don't have the freedom to go do the things I want to go do, then I feel just like really trapped, and like I can't have fun. But one of the reasons why I wanted to go full-time in my business in the first place was because I wanted to like set my own schedule and like do what I want to do and feel like I have the freedom to do what I want to do and not have to answer to the man. So like, yes, I still have some things I need to do, but this movie is less than 2 hours, and I just feel like now's the perfect time. Dolly is getting groomed, so she doesn't need me. Nobody needs me for anything right now, so I'm so excited. I feel like a kid on Christmas morning just because this is like, I've never done this. This is like so out of character for me. I feel like but I'm so excited. I'm gonna get an icy and I'm gonna get some popcorn. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. I truly have never seen a movie by myself before. And it starts at 12:45 and it's like 12:30 right now. And I saw the showtime and I'm like, the next showing for it isn't until 4 o'clock, and I'm like, if I don't go do this, I won't go do it. So I just need to go do it now. This is just like very spontaneous for me, so I'm really excited. I'm getting there just in time. I'm gonna get an icy, gonna get some popcorn, live my best life. I just got back from the movie. I just picked Dolly up and brought her home. The movie was a little sad, which I kind of anticipated. To be honest with you, I wasn't really able to enjoy the movie because I had like basically like kind of an emergency situation with a client, with something that was actually my fault. So there were I had to send a lot of messages back and forth during the movie with my assistant and my client to kind of get some things cleared up and respond to that communication timely and try and get some things resolved. I feel like I'm probably gonna get fired by this client though. So I don't know, it kind of was a little anticlimactic that I was so excited to go to this movie, and then I felt like I spent half the movie like on my phone dealing with work stuff, and there was like nobody in the theater, so I felt more free to be on my phone. But it just kind of made me sad that like, of course, on the day that I decided to go do something for fun. Okay, my camera died, so I had to restart this. Basically what I was trying to say though is that it was just kind of sad that like the one day that I really decided to go like do something fun and just do something just because I could, because I just am a really big believer that as a small business owner, and like when you have the opportunity to be your own boss, it is important to go do things that like you wouldn't be able to do if you're in a regular 9-to-5 job, just so that you still feel like you have the freedom and the choice to go do those things. Because otherwise you can get stuck in like feeling like you're chained to a desk. I do think though that if I don't like take the time to go do some fun things during the work week every once in a while, that can really affect how I'm enjoying my work. Because when I went full-time with my business, one of the things that I was so excited to do was just the fact that like I had complete control over my own schedule, nobody else but me. And so it's hard when you feel like, when you get to a point when you feel like you don't have any control of your schedule because you feel like your clients are controlling your schedule, that's kind of a red flag. And not necessarily even a red flag for my clients, but just like for me, that like either A, maybe I've taken on too much, or B, maybe something needs to change. There might be a boundary issue there. Like that's just a reality, that sometimes like it can feel like clients are controlling your schedule, and sometimes that's because you've taken on too much work, or sometimes it's also because like a client expects you to be available to them 24/7 whenever they need you. And for me, you know, my clients have retainer hours, and so really like once we've reached those hours for the month, like I'm not obligated to be there 24/7, but I do try to be. So that's just kind of a difficult thing. And I always hesitate to talk about this in videos because I'm always like, if a client's watching this, they're gonna feel like I'm talking about them, and I don't want them to internalize it and be like, oh my gosh, she's talking about me. I can guarantee you, if you are a client of mine that's watching this right now and you are like, oh my gosh, is she talking about me? I can guarantee you that I'm not, because like, if you're thinking that way, that means that you're considerate enough that you wouldn't do those things in the first place. Like you wouldn't demand my time past what I've committed to you in the first place. But you know, like whenever you talk about this stuff online in a public place, you always kind of worry that like, oh, like, is this client that I love so much gonna think that I'm talking about them when I'm really not? And I'm not saying anything about this to speak ill of any of my clients, but just to share that like, it's something that I'm dealing with right now, is a difficult client relationship where I feel like my time is like not my own, and it's like demanded of me like when I'm needed, like right that very second. And it's not like a, hey, let me know if this works for your schedule, or like, hey, let me know if you can do this. It's more like a, I need this and you have to do this right now, even though we're already like way surpassed retainer hours for the month that I've committed to. So that's kind of frustrating. Just in all honesty, it was sad to me that like I was so excited to go to this movie today, went to the movie, and I felt like I was only really able to enjoy like an hour of it, because the other hour I was like putting out fires for work. And the thing that needed to be fixed like was definitely, it's my fault. Like it's my fault, so I have to deal with that. But it just is frustrating. And I don't really have any explanation for like why something fell through the cracks, other than that I've been stretched really thin lately, which is again like something that's my own fault. And just been dealing with a lot like personally, and so it's just been a stressful time. I'm still very grateful for it, but I just have to be completely honest, like I just have been very much like at my limit recently with a lot of things. And to be honest, like I felt like I wasn't able to fully like really enjoy my Thanksgiving holiday either, because I've just been stressed. So I don't know, I just feel a little not like myself recently. I don't really know what else to say. I can tend to be like a negative person sometimes, so I'm trying to not be that way, but I'm also just trying to be honest in sharing about my journey with you guys. That like, I think that this first full year of being full-time with my business, I saw some really rapid, fast growth with my business. And it was almost so fast that all of a sudden it got really, really stressful, because it was like all of a sudden taking my business to this next level that I'm like, I don't know if I was ready for that. So that's kind of been something that's on my mind. I'm thankful for all the quick growth, but it's taken my business to another level in a lot of ways, which has been awesome, but it's come with new and more intense stressors, if that makes sense. like last year I felt more like a freelancer. Now I feel more like, less like an entrepreneur, like a freelancer, and more like a CEO or like a boss. Especially because now I do have an assistant that's working with me, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I want to feel like that. I keep getting these marketing emails from this coach that I follow named Steph Taylor, and one of the things that she talks about a lot is like, make sure that you're actually building a business that like you wanted, not just what everybody else wanted. Or like, I can't remember exactly how she phrases it. She talks about how she thought like building an agency was the answer, and then she found out that that actually wasn't what she wanted. She built a business that she didn't actually really like. I think she said something about that recently in one of her biz tips of the day. Sometimes I'm like, am I like accidentally building something that I didn't want? Not to get too deep here. I think I'm probably just like in a negative headspace because of this client interaction today, but I don't know. It's just a lot of stress, and sometimes it's like, well, maybe less money and less stress wouldn't be a bad thing. Because it's like, money is great, but like at what cost? And if it's costing you your mental health, maybe it's not worth it. I don't know. Kind of a negative note to end on today, to be honest with you guys. I kind of feel like maybe I regret going to that movie, but I'm also like, well, I wanted to go do something fun. It's a Monday after getting back from a holiday, so I wanted to go do something fun, but there's part of me that kind of regrets that, because now I'm like, oh, there's a list of things for my own personal marketing that didn't actually get done today that I wish I would have gotten done. So I'm gonna try and make a dent in some of that list. Honestly, I think I just need to take some time to pray, because I have a meeting with a client coming up next week that's kind of a stressful one. Just because I'm not exactly sure everything that we're going to be talking about, but I think I have a feeling. And if it's what I think it's going to be, I am actually comfortable with that and think it might be for the best. I know I'm being like super cryptic right now, but there's not really a lot that I can share beyond that. If what I think is going to happen is what ends up happening, then I can share a little bit more about it, but you can probably pick up on what I'm saying or alluding to. It's not until next week. It's not until like over a week from now, so I have to like sit on this for a while, which is gonna suck. But I have to give it to God. I have just to surrender all of it to the Lord and just give it to the Lord. So sorry for the negative note to end on things today with, but just being honest. And if there's one thing you're always gonna get here, it's just straight up honesty about what an actual day in my life looks like. If you've ever been through anything like this, just know you're not alone. And doing your dream business full-time, your dream job, it's a dream. It's the best thing in the world, but that doesn't mean it's not still hard. So if you are working hard for your business but having a hard time while you're doing it, just know you're not alone. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting me and being here on this teeny tiny little corner of YouTube. It's a very small little group of us here, but I'm still gonna keep making these videos for you guys, so I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys.